Hey Quilters, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica, AccuQuilt's corporate marketing specialist.
Welcome to our trunk show called Deck the Hearts. Today, Erica and I will be sharing all sorts of inspiration and ways to make heart quilt blocks just in time for Valentine's Day next week.
That's right. We have a lot of hearty ideas, so let's get the trunk show started. As always, we've planned a lot of fun for you today. We've got some great prizes, exciting project ideas, the heartiest of trunk shows, and special deals for today only.
So let's start right off with today's special deal. Yep. Use that promo code BOGO90. I know, I'm so excited. To buy one, get one 90% off dies, cubes, and bundles. Some exclusions apply, so be sure and check our website for details.
And you're going to get free shipping when your order reaches $50 or more if you live in the contiguous U.S. No codes needed to redeem that offer. Now get your order in during the show. You can use your phone's camera to capture the QR image you see on the screen. It'll take you right to the site.
If you don't have access to a QR reader, no worries. Just open up a new tab in your browser. In that top box, type in AccuQuilt.com/party. It's our Valentine's party. Go to the site and place your order. That way you won't miss a minute of our show.
Now be sure to make your purchases while everything you want is in stock and ready to ship. With global supply chain issues, we can't guarantee when sold out items will be back in stock. So get what you need now while it's available.
You can also find our products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find the retailer closest to you, check the store locator at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
Quilters, you can quilt now and pay later. For more information on financing through AccuQuilt, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing. All right, let's face it, Pam. For last-minute projects, you can't make anything faster than when you use AccuQuilt dies.
Right.
And when you team that up with embroidery, it's a breeze.
And Quilters, since February is National Embroidery Month, we wanted to show our applique shapes a little love here and share some of the Valentine-themed embroidery downloads that we have available on our website. Keep in mind, during the month of November, whatever month this is, February.
There we go.
There we go. Paid embroidery downloads are marked down 15%. So be sure and take advantage.
That's right. Now, you know we have free downloadable embroidery for the outlines of our basic shapes, like our Go Hearts die and the Go Gnomes, but take a look at some of these designs.
Okay, huge shout out to our good friends at V-Stitch because, one, they whipped these up for us, but they are so cute.
They are so cute. So here we have the Go Valentine Gnome 1 and 2 embroidery designs by V-Stitch.
So I'll talk about this one, you can talk about this one. Okay, so first of all, it uses the little heart from the cookie decorations.
Clever.
Look how cute this is. And it has the bow and the arrow, but look, in his quiver, the arrows have hearts on them.
Is that not cute?
Super cute,
So,
super cute.
Again, we've got our heart from our Go Cookie decorations here, but I want to see, and I don't even know if we can get close enough in for you to see this, the stitching around the hat is actually little tiny red arrows.
Tiny.
Tiny, tiny. They're like 3/8 of an inch, maybe, 1/4 of an inch long.
And every time I see these, I think, oh, I should be making those.
Oh, so cute.
I love them.
So next up, we have our Go Valentine's Cute Car embroidery.
So fun.
This is just, I mean, Pam and I love this. It's our little love bug, right?
It is, and it has little license plates that say love on it. And look, the smoke are hearts.
Little hearts. There's hearts. And, and who's driving the ship?
Cupid.
Cupid's driving the car.
And Cupid's arrow ready to go out. It's on the antenna for the radio.
So cute.
Only you and I would know that
Only
that was
you and I.
And
I think we've got little hearts. So the outline are little hearts, and then here's our little arrows again. Oh my gosh.
I love the cute card. V-Stitch does tons of really cute decorations for all the seasons.
Really cute ones.
For our little cute car.
This next one, I really like for so many reasons. This is from the Go Hearts and Bows embroidery by V-Stitch also. And this is the large heart from the 3 heart die with the large bow from the bows.
Right.
And isn't that cute? I love it with the black and white polka dot.
I was going to say, I'm loving the black and red together too. But mostly, I love this little frilly edge. Okay, do you remember back in the day, I would cut hearts out of little doilies?
Yes,
doilies?
Absolutely. That does look like a little.
Totally aging myself here.
Yeah, yeah.
But it had that same effect. It had that little lacy effect.
That little lacy effect. So here we've got the lacy effect again. This is the Go Heart single. Number 1. This is again by V-Stitch, and these are the 3 hearts. So this way you can see the 3 hearts that are on the Go Heart die all together.
Right, and it looks like little bubbles, right?
Little bubbles, little highlights there. So cute. And this one, I love this one because I kind of like bees. Isn't this cute? This is the Go Heart Flower single embroidery design. It's again by V-Stitch, and it takes the smallest heart and it's made these little, and then look, the bee. It's turned the hearts.
It's so cute. And not only would I use it for Valentine's Day, but totally a spring project. So think about table toppers and table runners. Think about towels, right? Tea towels.
Yes, oh, tea towels. What about a t-shirt? Or you said that, putting that on a denim jacket.
On a denim jacket for Oakley.
Cute.
Thinking I might do
that.
that
Would be adorable. I think Oakley and Eleanor need those, don't they?
I think so. I think so. Super fun.
All right, quilters, well, if you've joined us before, you know it wouldn't be one of our shows without a giveaway.
That's right. So let's give an early Valentine's Day gift to a lucky viewer who registered for today's show.
So I think we should give away the Go Heart die, and I heart that idea.
Yes.
All right, the lucky winner of a Go Heart die is, drum roll please, Teresa P. in Springfield, Tennessee. Congratulations.
Oh, she's going to love it. I use hearts all the time.
All the time. So many things.
So fun. All right, if you're looking for more fun and inspiration, join me every Wednesday for AccuQuilt Live at 12 noon Central Time. Next Wednesday, we're going to use our Go Die to Try for the month of February.
Oh, fun.
Which is the Go Farm Animals Medley Die. It's an AccuQuilt exclusive, so you can get it here on our website. Be sure to register for the show on the events page to be entered to win an exciting door prize. We're going to have so much fun. Hope to see you there. We have this cute little pattern Terry Van Bosch designed. It's darling.
Yes, and she has pigs on her farm.
She has pigs.
She does. She has real pigs.
In her day job.
In her day job, she does pigs. Yeah. All right.
All right, quilters, let's get into some more ideas. So Eric and I, we were prepping for the show, and we spent some time on the internet, okay? And now it's only natural to go to Google or Pinterest to find some new inspiration. So here is a super fun project that I found from quiltingassistant.com. All of these are free patterns.
Yes.
We did not plagiarize anybody's pattern. Look at this. I'll move it up here so we can see it. So this is a free pattern, and it's called the Woven Block. All right. And we adapted this. So I looked at it and I was like, there is a die for that.
Yes,
right.
Indeed.
And we're going to use a cube, and we're going to cut with actually the 2-inch strip to make this woven look.
Okay, well, I love this project because to me it looks just like those Swedish woven hearts. And the paper ones, you know, that
yes,
you
that
make.
we made when I was a kid.
Yes, yes. And at the center, again, we've got just a simple 9 patch, but we can make this so much easier with our strip die. So we want to show you how to do that.
All right, so I'm going to cut. So I'm going to show you how to cut. We're going to cut with our 2-inch strip die.
Okay.
And we're just going to cut some red strips. And then I have some that are sewn together. So think about this today, quilters. Strip dies, buy one, get one 90% off.
That's right. So if we've got what, 18 different sizes of strip dies. So if you're missing some, this is the day to fill out your collection, right?
This is the day to do that. All right, so I just need a few. So what I've done is I've just rough cut my fabric.
Okay.
And I'm just going to cut a couple of these 2-inch strips. Quilters, make sure that it's parallel to this black line, because Erica, what happens if it's not parallel?
Well, then you could get a dipsy doodle in the middle, and none of us like that.
A dipsy doodle in the middle.
Doodle.
All right, today we're going to use our Go Big, but all of our strip dies fit through our Go and our Go fabric cutter.
Yes.
All right. And this is a super slick trick, so you can use it on any of our single-sized strip dies. We have one strip die that has multiples.
Yes, there's a multiple strip die. That's a really useful one for scraps. We both love that one. We've got some fun patterns that use it too. It's great for using to make a rail fence quilt, and we've got a free pattern for that.
Give it some love. Slide, don't lift. Look, I love all things
Just
red
that
and pink.
easy. Just that easy.
And I want to tell you that back in the day, before I worked at AccuQuilt, cutting strips was really hard for me.
Oh, because I can't keep a ruler straight at all.
Right. So now look, we have perfect strips. There is none
dipsy doodles. There we go.
Dipsy doodle in the middle.
Perfectly straight across.
All right, so to make the 9 patch, here's what you're going to do, quilters. This is so slick. So you're going to sew a pink and a dark pink and a light pink. Okay,
right.
Light pink, dark, light. And then you're going to sew the opposite. You're going to sew light and dark and light. Okay, I pressed to the dark side so that these pieces would nest. So now, once I've sewn them together, I am going to turn them right here at 90 degrees.
Okay, quilters, this is why you tuned in today. If you
if you have never done this,
learn nothing else, this is it. This is so slick.
Yeah. So I just cut my strips. They can be different sizes, okay? Because what we want them to do is be 2 inches by 6 inch finish.
Right.
Right? Okay, so we're going to turn them right there at 90 degrees, put our cutting mat on top.
And for those of us mathematically challenged, 90 degrees is the angle in that square.
Yes.
The corners
and there's
of the
a mark
square.
on the die.
There is a mark on the die, and it even says 90 to help you out.
Yeah, yeah. All right. This is my best trick. This is one of my best.
This is the best. And I remember the first time I did this, I did it with 4 patches, and it works exactly the same way. And I was so excited. I was just like giddy, and I was giggling to myself, and my spouse said, are you okay? It's like, these are the best ever. So
look what it did. So it cut them perfectly. So now I can take the opposites.
There you go.
Put them together. Look at that 9 patch.
Look at that. And we guarantee you, it's going to be the most perfect one you've ever sewn.
Because in your quilting head, you know how to cut squares, right? We turn those strips at 90 degrees and cut squares.
You can totally do that.
So in your quilting head, you think, oh, I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of dark and light pink. No. If you're going to cut them, maybe you can sew them together. If
That's
you're
right.
Cut them together.
This is a great project. And take a look at it, and we just thought that that was adorable.
All right, so now let me just tell you how I finished this one, right?
How did you? Because you and I both had different ideas on the dies to use. So you tell us how you did it.
Yeah, so I used our 6 inch cube and companion corners to make it. So this makes 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 is 4.5 inches.
Yes.
Right? Okay, and then I used the 6 inch cube and I used chisels. Right, and the shape number 5 from the cube. And this is actually the rectangle. And then I used my cube, my 4.5 inch strip die, to cut that square.
4.5 inch strip die? Oh, fun.
And then I just did it here in the darks. And then that same 2 inch strip, I used to cut around the border.
To do sashing or a border.
Yeah.
It's cute with just one.
It's darling.
But a whole quilt would be even better.
Whole quilt would be super fun.
All right, like we said, that's an inspiration. That's a free pattern that we found. So let's take a look at some free patterns that are downloadable through AccuQuilt's patterns to spread a little love using strip dies. And this is the first one. This is just one of the most fun projects we've ever had. This is the Go Valentine's Mailbox.
And I just love it.
I do too.
I just love the colors of it. And look, it has the little flag you can put up so you know that Valentine's are coming.
You know that there's mail.
You needed this yesterday to help John Robert.
I did, yes. We had angst over making a Valentine box. He wasn't trusting that Grammy knew what she was doing.
Yeah, but this one uses our 12 inch cube to create the back, and then it's lined on the inside. It's just so cute.
And then it's your 1.5 inch strip die. So again, get your 12 inch cube. Your 1.5 inch strip die then is going to be 90% off today. What a deal. Okay, I'll take it back, and I'm going to bring out another quilt. So this one.
When this pattern first was released, I was like, dang, I need to make this.
Oh, this is the Go Heart Weave pattern. Whoops, I got it upside down.
There we go.
Okay, Pam.
I'm going to hold it.
She's going to hold it because she's got longer arms.
Yep.
Isn't this fun?
So we used our 5.5 inch strips.
Okay.
Right, that finished to 5 inches.
And then we've got our 2.5 inch finished squares and half squares then.
Yes.
So right there. And I love the quilting. I think you can see it on the screen. It's great big loopy hearts.
It is darling.
Is that not just darling?
And again, it's that woven look that
this
we
has been
love.
on my bucket list forever. I really need to make this.
Okay, we needed to look at this last week so we could do that. Look at this.
Here's the back, and you know what? They put flannel on it so that it's nice and cozy. Because usually, although it's quite nice in Omaha right now, it's usually quite chilly this time of year.
It is. And these are, as we show you, these are like fast weekend projects.
Yeah, this is going to go
You could totally
super
just
quick
cut that
for
up.
you.
Make sure you're getting those beautiful strips.
Absolutely. Now this one, too, would be a great weekend project. And this is another one of our favorites. So
I actually made this one.
I know you did.
I made this one. Again, we used our strips. Oh, I think I told you the wrong strips on the other one, Erica. I think it's 5.5 on this one.
Okay.
We'll look it up and see on the pattern.
We will.
But I love this one. It's just the rainbow. It's called...
Go Pieces of My Heart strip quilt, and it's all done just with the strip die.
I literally made it in an afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
And I made mine in pinks and reds, but you could totally make it these rainbow colors.
I love the rainbow colors on it.
For spring.
The quilting is just a wavy line, and you know what? Some sewing machines will even do that as a decorative stitch. It couldn't be easier for you.
I just did lines, and then look, here's how fun this is.
Cute floral in the background, pulls in all those colors.
Oh,
I love it.
Pretty.
Well, quilters, because today's show is about Valentine projects, we want to know, what AccuQuilt item did you fall in love with first?
Now, there's no voting poll today, so just in the comments section, type in the answers. We can hardly wait to see your response.
That's right.
I think it's going to be great.
All right, quilters, be sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to see our behind the seams video and all of our antics.
Listen, there are so many antics before the show. It's amazing. And we always have tons of fun. Quilters, we also love to share our AccuQuilt community quilts and stories on our social media pages. So be sure and follow us. Post your finished projects. We would love to see them.
Would. All right, quilters, don't forget we've got a special deal for you today. Buy one, get one 90% off dies, cubes, and bundles when you use the code BOGO90. Some exclusions apply, so check the website for details.
Plus, if you live in the contiguous U.S., you'll get free shipping when your order reaches $50 or more. No code needed at checkout.
All right, now when it comes to things about quilting that we love,
yes,
cubes have to be right at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Being able to have 8 shapes that you know are going to all work together, and they come in 6 different sizes of finished blocks, well, that is worthy of love in my book.
Oh, I agree totally. So let's take a look at another project we found. This is a free pattern we found on Moda, not just for grunge, Bake Shop website. This project is called Country Heart Quilt by Lisa Call of Vintage Modern Quilts. I love everything about this.
Everything about it. So this pattern was written for jelly rolls,
yes,
which are 2.5-inch strips, and we know that we have a die for that, right?
It's our most popular die.
That's right. So we also have cubes that come in 6 different shapes and setting triangles to match. So making this would be a great weekend project. What could be better than that? And you're going to make it with scraps, and we love it.
I love it. And I think the thing that is so fun for me is that you're just cutting up squares and scraps. Just sew them all together. All right, so we love a good scrappy project. So let's take a look at this. Now, Erica started with the 4-inch cube. It's her favorite.
It is. It is.
Okay. It's
so,
the one she loves the most.
So I did a couple of different hearts.
Okay.
I did one, and of course we're going to set them on point, which means we're not going to have them flat. We're going to set them up on their tippy toes.
Right.
I did this one with all the same fabric, and I thought that was pretty fun looking. But then I did a scrappy one, and I got some white grunge out because of Pam.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Then I found another pattern, and this actually was a jelly roll strip, and you can look at it. Look how fun it is with the black and white. It really sets it off, don't you think?
This is the fabric we gave away on Tuesday.
I know.
I love it.
We really did give it away. That was really, really in my stash.
Doesn't that totally make it different?
It totally makes it different.
So if I were making this weekend, which maybe Oakley and I might sit down and cut some squares and do that, I would totally do the whites different.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
think
right.
that's
I think I would too.
fabulous.
So you could do this a couple of different ways. So we kind of played around with it.
There was some discussion.
There was a lot of discussion, actually. So if you did just all hearts,
yes,
then we would use our 4-inch setting triangle. So we want to show you, we talk a lot about our setting triangles. We want to show you how those work, okay?
I got to cut the right size. Here we go.
Okay, so here's our setting triangles. And these are the 4-inch. So with setting triangles, we have side ones and we have the corner ones. And
Right.
you don't obviously need as many corners as you do sides, so that's why the die is going to cut more.
Right. And I'm going to say, Erica, too, that with this project, you could use shape number 1 from the 8-inch cube, which cuts a 4.5-inch square,
Yes,
which
and
finishes to
right.
4 inches. So when you're thinking about cubes and how they work together, that 4 and that 8, buy one, get one 90% off.
Yes.
I can do that math.
You can. So
All right.
we're going to cut these. And if you don't have all your setting triangles, quilters, you want all of your setting triangles.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to show you how versatile this is. Now, setting triangles are made specifically to go on the edge so that the edge of your quilt has a tight lengthwise grain versus if you just took a square and cut it in half, you're going to have your bias on the outside of your quilt, and it's not going to lay flat for
It
you.
is going to be all the wonky.
And we don't
All right,
want
so
that.
slide, don't lift, and I'm going to pull your pieces out
So-
here for you,
Yep, let me grab a couple.
and then I'll do the corners for you.
And you're going to see how well those
So
are
you
going to
could
go
totally
together.
make a skinny table runner.
You could. This would make a really cute table runner, and you could face this one maybe the other direction.
Right.
That would be
Right, and there's your
really
corners
cute.
right
And
there.
here's my corner. So then you're going to line it up. I'm going to have another one up here
Yeah,
and put your corner piece on.
right here.
Well, this is one too, isn't it?
No, that, is it?
Yes.
Did you cut 4 of them?
Yeah.
Look at us knowing stuff.
There we go. So don't worry. There's seam allowances here.
Right.
There's some sewing, and there's dog ears cut off. So this is
Right.
going to go together absolutely perfectly.
And dog ears are important because from here to here is that perfect 1/4-inch seam.
Yes. Now we.
Oh, I'm loving this.
So then I took another look at the pattern, at the picture, and she actually had added some sashing. And again, she had used,
Oh, here.
I need my squares still.
I do.
Okay, so here's our squares back. And we'll just leave the black and white because I like it.
I do like the black.
So
and
they'd added sashing. So let's pull out, I cut
what
some
size
2.5-inch
sashing?
strips.
Okay,
This
2.5
is
inch
2.5-inch. This
it's
whole
gonna
thing
finish
is
to-
2.5 inches.
Finish to 2.
So look what happens when we, and I'm just going to fold this up like this so that we see it. We're adding this sashing in between our blocks. For one thing, it's really going to set them off. So that's going to be great. It's really going to set those off.
I'm loving watching you make this.
Yeah. So so there we go. We've got that. But now, oh my goodness, what do we have? Wait,
Go, put it all the way up here.
got to put it out. No, it doesn't go all the way.
There
up
you
there.
go.
It goes down here.
We needed Joe.
No.
There you go.
Joe, what am I doing wrong?
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
So now, no, this isn't right.
We'll add it.
Is this right?
I think that is correct because then you have to have
No.
6-inch setting
It
triangles.
goes here. It goes here.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
If we follow the pattern,
We follow the pattern,
there we go, Erica.
we will have it right.
Because we used the 2-inch strip. No, you had it right.
No,
just
I had it right there.
Yep,
Good grief.
right here, sweetie. Put this up.
Put that there.
There you
that
go.
there.
So this right
There.
here is now
Good
a
grief. Why can't I
6-inch.
make that look right?
Listen, it is so much harder on this side of the camera.
It really is. So then we've added a 2-inch finished strip in there. So now in our 4-inch setting triangles aren't actually going to be big enough. So we're going to need to graduate up to the next size, which is going to be the 6-inch, because
Again, there's seam
again,
allowance.
there's seam allowance, and we're finishing at 6 inches. Trust me.
Look at-
Joe helped me do the math
Yeah, it's going to be perfect.
because my brain.
Because you would have a sashing on either
You'd have a
side of
sashing
that.
on either side, and there we go. So there we go, and this is how the pattern was laid out, and it's gonna set those hearts apart a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I like the sashing. I do love that smaller, just keep it, have that shape number 1 from the 8-inch cube and make them solids.
Yeah, yeah.
I might make this weekend.
Well, then I made a bigger one. So here's how
Okay.
it looks bigger. So this is with the 6 inches, if we're not confused enough. So here's the 6-inch. So I used the shape number 1, the large square
yeah.
from the 6-inch. So that gave me a 6-inch finished square. And if I keep, because these are 3-inch finished, right? So if I use my 3-inch finished strip, it's going to cut at 3.5.
Right.
And that's going to bump me up then to using my 9-inch finished sitting triangle.
Right, because you keep adding that 3
Because
inch.
I'm adding that amount. So
Yeah.
that's a great way to see how these are going to all work together.
Okay, now that I see this, I think 6 It's so cute. And then you could use the 12-inch cube, and it would cut
Yeah.
those 6-inch finished
Yeah.
squares, and then do the
Yes.
6-inch setting triangles. Okay, all of that. Buy one, get one 90% off.
Yes.
The math
yes.
works.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. All
So
right.
8 and 4 and 6 and 12, all of them work together.
They're all going to work together. This is why Pam and I are always going to tell you you need all your sizes of cubes.
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at some AccuQuilt patterns that are available as free downloads on the website. And we want to start with one of our absolute favorites, and it's hanging right behind us.
And Erica, once again, I forgot about this, and I love this. It's called, what's it called? Pieced Heart. We used our 12-inch cube.
Go cube.
And I just think it's so beautiful because here's flying geese, and here's squares, and pinwheel blocks. It's not just the same.
Yes. Oh, right.
pattern.
It's different. It's different blocks setting it up.
Right. Now, you could make this for Valentine's Day, obviously, because it's heart.
Right.
But I would love to see it in like spring colors.
It would be a great wedding gift too.
It would.
Weddings
Who do we
coming
know
up
getting
this
wedding?
spring?
Who
I
do
don't
we know
know.
getting wedding? Who do we know getting
Who do we know
married?
getting wedding?
We need to make this. And I love the grays and the greens.
Yes, the low volume scrappy background.
Gosh.
Just it makes me happy. You
It
could you
does.
could add a stripe binding to that. You
I
wouldn't
could
have to
totally
have-
add a stripe binding to that. All right. So the next is this one, which is out of Boutiques, which I love.
Yes.
This is the Hugs and Kisses Bed Runner. All right, so I'm going to open this up real big so Erica can talk about the shapes.
This is literally one block.
One
Quilters,
block.
One block. This is our signature block. These
From corners.
From corners. Here are our half square triangles on either side.
Yep.
This is the only square. It's just the colors and how you arrange them to get your kisses and your hugs.
And the great thing about it is you could make this with any size cube.
That's right. So
Any size cube,
so
just
if
make sure
you
you
ha-
have corners.
Right, so if you have a cube and you don't have corners, say you have your 8-inch cube, you don't have your 8-inch corners, get your corners today and then get a strip
Angles.
die, get
Yeah.
angles, get your angles, and one of them's gonna be 90% off.
Yeah.
So you totally wanna take advantage of that.
Now, when you look at this, you might think there are Y seams. None Y seams.
No Y seams at all.
We're going to show you. Oh, here's the back.
Oh, yes, here's the back. So really
People tell us
fun,
they wanna
just
see.
straight line quilting.
They love
This would be easy to do on your machine at home. You wouldn't have to take this to the quilter,
No, you wouldn't.
unless you wanted to.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to lay this out here so
Yeah,
that
'cause
we
we're
can
gonna
our hearts
do a
are going
little-
everywhere.
A little comparison here.
Okay. Now then, this is our Hugs and Kisses baby quilt,
And this is
has
made-
been out for a long time.
Yes, and this is made with the 8-inch cube.
It is.
But no companions. Whoops.
whoop.
Wait.
Technical
Hugs and
difficulty.
Kisses don't care if they're upside down, but
Yes,
hearts do.
Hearts do.
Okay, so this one is built, and you can see we've got heart blocks plus
Right.
our hug and kiss blocks.
Right.
But these are built differently.
There.
So here we've got a parallelogram with that half square triangle.
Right.
And we actually have a Y seam here because
Right.
this square unit is inset.
Right.
But don't be afraid. We've got lots of videos on how to do it, and this is so cute.
And this one is so
It's
cute.
adorable.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily Valentine-y, it's just a baby quilt.
It's just a great
so it's
baby
just
quilt.
So fun.
It could go for boys or girls. You could really make it cute. And
Look at the back.
look at the backing.
Okay,
So
and
cute.
we decided that we're going to show you here next to this one the difference because it's
a
super
little
cute.
It's super cute, and but it is different. It's a little chubbier.
Yes, because babies are chunky.
Babies should be chunky.
Okay,
And look, I love the addition of the heart in there.
and polka dots in big and little polka dots.
Yes.
And I'm all about stripe bindings this year for Christmas for my quilts. I'm going to count that as a stripe because I
We
feel
are
like
because those dots are in a row.
yeah. So look, so you could actually combine. You could take your cube and make the heart.
Yeah, you absolutely
add
could.
the heart
That's
to
a
that.
that is a great point.
Gosh, so cute. And all these are free downloadable patterns from AccuQuilt.com.
That's right.
All right. Now, quilters, our good friends at Moda.
Oh my gosh, wait till
sent
you see.
Such fun fabric. All right, here we go.
I said I wanted to
Two
grab this
lovely, I know, two lovely bundles of fabric. So let's talk about this one. This is the Heirloom Collection, not the Heritage, Heirloom. Okay, now look at this. Dots,
Oh,
Erica.
this is so
Okay,
sweet.
I have this
That
fabric.
quilt block. This is Ruby Star Society fabric.
And it's really cute. And look, it has arrows and cacti. I would totally count this
Flying
stripe
geese.
binding.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. I mean, just such fun colors. And I love the variety of colors.
Yes.
You know,
And fun, smaller designs for working with smaller blocks.
Yes.
This bundle is, the collection is Change of Seasons by Holly Taylor. And I love that they've taken those kind of smoky blues and combined them with the browns.
Yes.
Now, I know we're looking into spring, but boy, this is a color combination I really love.
Right. And just classic combinations.
Just
together.
classic. This is a fat quarter bundle. You're going to have both of them. You're going to have so much fun with these. And we want to see what you make.
All right, quilters, the first winner of a Moda fabric selection is, drumroll please, Joanne P. from Wakefield, Nebraska.
Oh, my
Congratulations.
goodness.
Do you know where Wakefield is?
No.
I don't either.
So put it in the comments.
Okay.
The second winner of the second selection of fabric is, drum roll please, Stephanie L. from
Maryland.
Accokeek,
Like
Maryland.
AccuQuilt, but
We're going to say
different. And
Accokeek,
we've said it wrong and we're sorry.
and we are sorry.
Okay. But we are going to say thanks to Moda for sponsoring today's show. Our quilters are going to love using this fabric.
Yes, they are.
It's going to be so great.
Think about what you would do with those. Now, quilters, if you want even more inspiration, just like what you see on our shows,
Yes.
then there are at least 2 new blog posts every single week with innovative ways to use the dyes you already own and maybe just inspire you to get some others. Discover all that and more when you subscribe to the blog.
And what was on the blog yesterday?
I don't remember.
It's been a hot minute.
It has been.
Check it out and see.
On Tuesday, we had a wonderful interview with Chip and
From Fiber Hustle.
Fiber Hustle, yes.
Chip and Aaron.
Chip and
Aaron. They're great.
Boy, some days it just doesn't work, Quilters.
And I was thinking, this is Super Bowl weekend, so listen, if today and tomorrow you were making some of these weekend projects,
yes.
while you sat and watched the Super Bowl, you could bind it.
You could bind it. Or the Olympics.
Oh, I forget the Olympics.
Yeah.
Those two. All right, quilters, we talked about embroidery earlier in our show, but let's take a look at some really great applique projects you can make with our Go dies. Starting with the Go Heart die, okay, and I have it here, and I love it because it's all 3 different sizes of hearts.
Yes.
So 2, 3, and 5. It comes on a 5x7 die board, so it's going to fit through all of our cutters,
Yes.
including our Go Me. Don't forget that when you're using applique, you can pre-fuse fabric.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? You prefuse your fabric before you cut it.
Yes.
You can always cut 4 layers of prefused cotton, right?
Right.
And, but we cut other things with this.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you cut? Felt.
Craft foam. The kids love cutting craft foam on it, and it cuts just like that.
Yeah, paper.
But paper, you can cut paper. There are no dye police. You can cut paper if you want to. It's your dye.
It's your die. All right?
That's the way you want.
Yeah. There are so many ways you can work with these dies and finish them. Now, of course, we have free downloadable embroidery files that are on our website. But if you don't have an embroidery machine, you could use a decorative stitch on your machine. You could do raw edge applique, which I do tons all of the time.
Yeah.
You could finish it by hand or just quilt right over the top.
There you go. So we have a fun little trick. It was shared with us by one of our designers and go-getters, Stephanie Jacobson of Steph Jacobson Designs, and she said that we could share it with all of you.
She did.
She used it to make this cute mug rug, but you could use it for any kind of project, right, Pam?
You could. So you could use hearts for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You could use bunnies for Easter. You could do flowers. You could do gingerbread cookie for Christmas.
Yes.
And it's that paper doll effect that she made.
And she's got it on a mug rug here, but wouldn't that be cute around the hem of a little girl's skirt?
Oh my gosh, all of the fun things.
Wouldn't
all right,
that be fun?
So let's take a look on how she made it. So I went and made one, and I put it in striped fabric because it is 2022.
That's right, it's the year of the
Again,
striped
I'm
binding.
loving this gray and red together. Normally I'm all about the hot pink and stuff, but this one's really cute. Okay, so what we did, this mug rug finishes to 6 by 6 inches. Okay. And so what you're gonna do is, remember, our dies are only gonna cut where there's fabric and a mat.
Right.
Okay. So I have pre-fused some red fabric.
Okay.
And I am going to cut on the smallest heart.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, I was thinking about this, yesterday.
Yes.
That you could make like a whole table runner and just do rows of big
rows of hearts.
Like today, You
Yes.
could make that, okay?
You could find a pre-made table runner and just put those on top of it. That would take you what?
That would take you a hot
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes, put it
amazing.
on your Valentine's table. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to come here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna get right here
Okay.
before the edge,
Right before the edge.
right? And then I'm gonna come here, you know what, I'm gonna start here. There we go,
There you go.
there we go.
We're all kinds of, you know what? It's a Friday. We're not used to being in here doing this on a Friday. We're
No.
off our game.
All right, so now we're just gonna fold back and forth because we wanna have that accordion effect, that a little,
I love this.
die this, yeah, okay. So on this side,
Yes,
right?
right.
It's there, and just to make sure that I don't get any on this side, I'm gonna stop my mat, like right here,
Okay.
okay? And I'm gonna hold it, oh, did I do more than 4 layers? Because boy howdy, somebody's gonna catch
Somebody's
me on
gonna
that.
Get you. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you're good.
Okay, okay. Now I gotta find the edge of my
Would
heart.
get her, wouldn't we?
You would, somebody would say, Pam Heller.
You would say, Pam Heller, you
Can't
always
do
told
that.
me I can't do that.
Right, yeah. All right,
Take your time.
take your
Try
time.
not to like talk to people
No, I didn't. and
while you're
it's
doing
just
this
so
because that's
fun.
what gets Pam and I in trouble.
Yep, it's the talking
It's the talking.
every time. Okay, here we go. We're gonna run it through. So I thought it'd be super fun to do like flowers
It
or,
would be. You could do that with any shape. You said that about the gingerbread cookie, and I totally want to do that. I have to remember that. We have to remember that.
okay, so look what I did. Now, right there, there's a, my scissors right here. There is a stitch or a thread, and I don't want to,
Yep, because of the mat.
yeah.
So don't worry, just clip it. It's totally worth it. Wait till you see what we're going to get at the end.
This. Okay, so I
This
have
is
one
so
more here.
fun.
Well, there's just one right there. You just don't want to do that. Okay.
Yep.
So look, paper doll hearts for days.
Yes.
And then what I did was I put them on the mug rug, I ironed them down, and then I just stitched.
You just quilted right over the top.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
So thanks to Stephanie for this great idea.
Yes.
And she let us steal it, and I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Well, let's take a look at some other fun projects. Now, these are free downloadable patterns. All the projects coming up, and they're on AccuQuilt.com.
They're over here for me.
They're over there for you. The first one's going to be, I think it's our Layers of Love pattern, pillow pattern. So this is actually a pillow cover, and we'll show you the back.
We'll show you the back.
We'll show you the back.
Okay, talk about this though, Eric.
This is one of my favorites because it's so unique. One thing is that it's got white and cream. You know, I don't know, we get hooked up. We get to where we think if we're using white, we have to use just white.
Right.
If we're using cream, we have to use just
Right.
cream. I love that it uses the both. But the real key to get all this texture is that you've cut your hearts with your batting
Yes.
and then done a stitch just a 1/4 inch in from the edge. That's what gives it that 3-dimensional
Right.
look.
And this is a great way to use your extra white and cream scraps.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we did the red ones. Here's the back. Look how cute this
The
is
back
with
and
our
just
single heart.
one little heart.
Yep.
Now this was made with the Queen of Hearts die.
It's
and
currently out of stock,
it's
but it will
currently
be
out of
back
stock.
soon.
We have it on good authority. It's coming back soon. But you could use the other heart die too.
You could. You could. And the thing I think that is so fun about this is this would also, okay, so you just make it bigger and make like a lap quilt or something.
sure.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
It would be. It's very, very tactile.
As we're here, I think about these kind of things.
Yeah, this is what we do. So the next up, we've got our Go Valentine Reversible Apron.
All right, so Erica made this, and again, I'm loving the polka dot, so I'll hold
Yes.
it up to me.
So here is the large heart.
Yep, it's a
That's
5-inch heart.
from- Yep.
And she just used the free embroidery download. She did a satin stitch, because maybe,
And then
It's
on the
gonna
other
go-
side, I did gnomes.
Gnomes and no messes.
And the gnome and no mess, I just did raw edge. I just stitched right in from the edge on this. And they're perfect. Here's the heart. Again, her nose fell
oh,
off
there, we put it in there.
from the cookie decorations.
Look at how cute that is.
And I gave her 3-dimensional braids because
And there's a pattern for this.
there is
all
a
of these.
pattern for that. And then to match that, I made tea towels because everybody needs tea towel projects, right? And they're
For the
so quick
days.
and easy. So here are the matching tea towels then to match the two sides of the apron.
What a fun little gift.
It is. It would be a great gift.
Okay, this is the one that totally all the people in your house can be a part of. This is called the Heart of My Heart table topper, and we just used the 3 sizes of hearts and just built it. You could do it with your whole family.
Yeah, just lay them out, make a design.
Yep.
We've got our 1.5 inch cut strip. So again, if you don't have that, get the strip, get your heart die. One of them's going to be 90% off.
Yeah, look at how fun that is.
It is so fun.
All right. Next, we have the Go Lovebirds apron.
This is a different kind of apron. So this is just a little apron, and it actually starts with a pre-made tea towel.
It is.
This is our ode to tea towels today, I guess. But we've used the scallop border.
Right.
And that is a fusible application. So we just fused it, laid it down, did a little buttonhole stitch around it. Our strip die, this is the 1 inch cut strip, and then from the Go Birds, we cut our lovebirds.
Yes.
And our heart die.
Today is a really great day to think about Easter and spring and those kind of you're making projects as well.
So get the scallop border and the birds. One of them's going to be 90% off. All right, this is what every quilter can make for all their quilty friends to show them some love. It's the Go Love for Sewing pincushion.
The guys on our team can juggle. I try, but not successfully.
I've tried.
And this is super fun because you could everybody needs pincushions. And again, this is a great die to think about getting. Another project die would be like the bib and the burp cloth, because now is kind of that time where people are having babies.
Or the oven mitt, you can never go wrong.
Oh,
the oven mitt, make it to go with the tea towels and the apron.
There you go.
There you go, and pack it all in the oven mitt with a pincushion.
All right, quilters, early in the show we asked, what AccuQuilt item did you fall in love with first? So Erica, what did you do?
Well, you know, the very first die that I used, and you're going to laugh, it was Winding Ways.
I find this so amazing every time she tells the story.
I was so fascinated. I come from a garment sewing background where I was plagued with the cutting of notches, like for seams, for putting, you know, sleeves in.
Yes.
I was plagued with those for years when I was learning how to sew. And the concept of the die cutting the notches for me was, I just had to experience for myself. So that was the first one I did.
Yeah. My first one was truly day 3 at working at AccuQuilt. I had started Grandmother's Fan where I cut those hexagons by hand. So you cut a rectangle. Grandmother's Flower Garden, sorry. You cut a strip and then you cut hexagons and then you have to.
Oh, yeah.
And the templates and the whole thing. And day three, I was like, oh, there is a die for that.
Yes.
And I came and cut my grandmother's flower garden shapes, and it's just been a lifesaver.
Yes,
just amazing.
The circles were my next love after that.
Oh yeah, circles. My first quilt though I made was a tumbler.
Well, and that makes sense. I think everybody's first, I mean, that's how we teach new people on the team how to make their first quilts. So. Yeah. Well, there is no voting poll today, so we just want you to let us know in the comment section what you fell in love with first from AccuQuilt. All right, while you do that, put that comment in, it is time for us to give away our final prize of the day. So let's give away another heart die to a lucky registered viewer to let them know how much we love them.
Oh, let's do. Today's winner of the Go Heart Die is, drum roll please, Donna G. from Cromdale, Kentucky. Congratulations. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong.
Yeah.
But you know who you are, Donna.
By the cities today.
We have. All right, quilters, we have a special offer for you today. Don't forget, use that promo code BOGO90 to buy one, get one 90% off dies, cubes, and bundles. Some exclusions apply. Check the website for details.
And for those of you who are new to AccuQuilt, we want you to be sure and stick around after our show to see which one of our fabric cutters is best for you. We've got a special code with the promo code SAVE200. It will take $200 off our Go Big electric fabric cutter or the the Ready, Set, Go cutting system.
Right, and that's a separate offer than the regular.
That is separate. You can only use one code on your offer.
And this is perfect though if you're getting a cutter to start your AccuQuilt journey.
Absolutely.
Right, and or maybe have the Go and you want to upgrade to the Go Big.
It's a good day to do that.
And
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yeah, and those will ship free if you live in the contiguous U.S.
To get your order in during the show, you can use your phone's camera to capture the QR image on the screen. It's going to take you right to the site.
No QR readers, no worries. Just simply open up a new tab in your browser. In that very top box, type in AccuQuilt.com/party. Go to the site and place your order.
That's right. Be sure to make your purchases while everything you want is in stock.
You can also find our products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find the retailer closest to you, check out the store located at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
And quilt now and pay later. Get financing today at AccuQuilt.com/financing.
All right, quilters, we're going to go and sew some things we love. Are you going to work on something this weekend?
I'm sure I am.
I am. I'm working on Mason's quilt, but I think Oakley's spending the night tonight. We might make a little I love those little heart table. Yeah, something. We'll do it.
All right.
All right. We hope you've enjoyed our Valentine's Day show and the projects and found some new ways to create some heartfelt projects.
That's right. Now, be sure to join us again next week. It's Tuesday, February 15th at 12 noon Central Time for a new launch party called Rule with the Right Tool. We'll be relaunching one of the handiest dies of all time. Now, you don't want to miss it, so make sure you register for the event on our website.
And we have a special guest. Karen K. Buckley is going to join us. Oh, I'm so excited.
We used her scissors just moments ago.
Just moments ago.
We love them.
Thanks so much for joining us today. If you've been waiting for a show to end before you buy, now is that time. Here's the link. Get everything you need before those items sell out. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
So you can quilt more.
Happy Valentine's Day.
See you next week.